Welcome to Imagine Your Story Through STEAM: Science, Technology, Engineering, Art, and Math. Part of the summer reading program here at Lee County Libraries. If you haven't already registered for summer reading, please do so by visiting our website or calling the library directly for more information. Today, we are going to have a house party. Not that kind of house party. We're going to talk about the houses of the Three Little Pigs. And we're going to make our version of the brick house, the straw house, and the stick house to see how they hold up against our big bad wolf. But first, we're going to take a closer look at the story of the Three Little Pigs. Stay tuned. The Three Little Superpigs, Once Upon a Time, by Claire Evans. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs. They dreamed of becoming superheroes. In fact, they were so obsessed that their family house became cluttered with all of their superhero collections. So one day, Mother Pig told her little superheroes it was time to find their own homes, and she waved goodbye. They walked for hours, crossing dangerous rivers and climbing steep cliffs, until finally they arrived at their destination, Fairyland. After an exhausting trip, the pigs decided to set up camp for the night and build their new homes in the morning. Welcome to Fairyland. While roasting marshmallows in their superhero costumes, the pigs met a new friend, Little Red Riding Hood. She warned them about the big bad wolf who'd been terrorizing Fairyland. Danger, beware the big bad wolf. The wolf had kidnapped Mary's little lamb and stolen sheep's clothing. He'd even been disguising himself as different grandmas and stolen their clothing. The pigs were warned to be on their guard. The next morning, two of the pigs were desperate to play superheroes with their new friends, so they built their houses as quickly as possible. The first pig chose straw to build his house, and he gathered all he could find. The second little pig chose to build his house out of sticks, and he collected them from high and low. And in no time at all, their new homes were ready. While his two brothers were having fun, the third little pig was patiently building his house out of bricks. He wanted to make sure it was strong and sturdy, so he worked very hard. Finally, all three houses were ready, and the pigs were very happy in their new homes. Look who's watching. Suddenly, the first little pig was startled by a terrible growl outside his window. It was the big, bad wolf. Little pig, let me come in, he cried. Not by the hair on my chin, squealed the panicked pig. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in, growled the wolf. And with one puff, he blew the house in. The first little pig ran for cover to his brother's house of sticks. Little pigs, let me come in, bellowed the wolf. Not by the hairs on our chins, cried the pigs. Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. So he huffed and he puffed and whoosh! He blew the stick house in. Dodging the flying sticks and falling debris, the two little pigs ran as quickly as they could to their brother's house of bricks, narrowly escaping the nasty wolf, who was getting very angry and very hungry. Little pigs, let me come in," demanded the wolf. "Not by the hairs on our chins," the pigs replied. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," screamed the wolf. So he huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he puffed. But the brick house would not blow in. The wolf was furious. Suddenly, the pigs were startled by a loud clanging noise from outside. The cunning bad wolf had made another plan to climb onto the roof and sneak down the chimney. Two of the pigs started to panic, but the third little pig had a super plan. He had been boiling a pan of water on the fire all along. How to boil a wolf. So as the wolf came hurtling down the chimney, he fell bottom first into the bubbling hot pan. With a piercing shriek, he jumped out of the water and straight into the pig's net. The big bad wolf was defeated. The pigs waved goodbye to the silly old wolf as he was carted off to prison. With fairyland safe at last, the pigs' dreams of becoming real superheroes had finally come true, as the whole town cheered their special new name. Hooray for the Three Little Superpigs! And that's the end. Like in our story, The Three Little Pigs, Super Pigs, we are going to make our own versions of the straw house, the brick house, and the stick house. First, we're going to start with the straw house. And we're going to make our straw house out of paper straws. So you need a bunch of paper straws and some tape. So we're going to try to construct the best paper straw house we can make. And then later on, we will test it against our big bad wolf. Let's get started. I am now using craft sticks to make my stick house. I'm grabbing the building blocks to make my brick house. You can also use Legos. Here we have our three houses. Our straw house, stick house, and brick house. How will these houses hold up to the big bad wolf? Let's see. Let's start with the straw house. And I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. Oh no! That straw house was no good. Now let's try our stick house. And I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. Ha 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 ha. That stick house was no good. Now let's see how our brick house holds up to the big bad wolf. And I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in. That house is strongly built. So what can we say about our three houses? Well, we learned that our straw house is too light and it could not hold its weight against the big bad wolf. The stick house is a little bit more sturdier than the straw house, but eventually it also blew away from the big bad wolf. Our brick house, made of building blocks, was the most sturdy of the three. It had a strong foundation, and because the building blocks are heavier, they were able to withstand the wind from the big bad wolf. Just like the houses you see around you, they are made from sturdy material and are able to last for years and years. I hope you learned something today, and I hope to see you again as we imagine our story through STEAM. And I will see you next time. Bye.